John Wick Chapter 3 really surprised me, considering I wasn't too crazy about the last movie, or the idea that Hollywood was making a franchise out of another action movie that didn't really need a sequel. I mean, that worked so well for Liam Neeson's Taken movies, right? Anyway, I wasn't expecting much from this third installment, but I'm honestly glad that they decided to make this. The first half of this movie has some of the best action scenes that I've ever seen. The fighting in general is well choreographed, and the kills in this movie are freaking insane. I've never seen a character kill as efficiently as John Wick does in this movie. Denzel Washington's Equalizer character or Liam Neeson's Taken character has nothing on John Wick. I think that John Wick could take both of them. John Wick kills using knives, guns, horses, and even a book at one point. The first half of this movie has so many great fighting scenes, so many great action scenes, and it really sets the tone it just really sets the tone for what you're going to be seeing throughout the movie. There were a couple of kills that were just so tough to watch that I'll admit I turned away. I don't want to spoil what these kills were, but it was crazy. This is coming from a guy who watches. I can sit there and watch a slasher movie. I can sit there and watch slasher movies like, I don't know, Jason or Freddy Krueger or whatever. I can watch horror movies. So don't think that I'm one of those people who's frightened by a little fake blood. The kills themselves are brutal and impactful thanks in part to the quality sound effects being used. In general, this was a really well-made movie. The camera work is excellent, especially in action scenes, and that should be the standard. Thank God there's no shaky cam. You can actually clearly follow the action, which, to be fair, has never been an issue in these John Wick movies, but it's been an issue in other movies in this genre, so that's why I have to praise this movie, because I really hate it when the director thinks it's a great idea to just shake the camera and make it hard for you to, tell what's going on when it comes to fight scenes and stuff. Areas are well lit and the colors are saturated or desaturated to fit the tone of a scene or a time of day. They really knew what they were doing when they were shooting this movie, when they were just, it seems like so much dot and so much love and care went into just the production around this movie. There's so many cool looking shots. There's just so many cool looking shots of just different locations, such as like the city at night, and the locations that John travels to are varied, and it really shows off the scale of this movie, given the fact that they have now increased the budget by 15 million. So I think the last movie was I think the last movie was 40 million, and this one I believe is 55. I could be wrong about that. I could be misremembering, but point is, the increase in budget, you see it. You see it in the movie. By now you're probably wondering why I haven't talked about the story or the writing. Now, I just said a second ago that it's clear that they put a lot of thought when it came into the production of the movie. They put a lot of effort into that. But with the writing, I feel like that's the weakest part. To be honest, the writing is probably the weakest part of this movie, and the plot is quite simple. In case you haven't seen the last movie, every assassin is basically out for that bounty that's on John Wick's head. They're trying to get that bounty. And he broke the rules. For those of y'all who probably might have forgotten what happened last time, basically John Wick broke the rules by killing someone at the Assassin Hotel. The movie is all about John Wick trying to survive, and well, that's kind of it. To be fair, there's a lot of world building and lore that we can get in this movie, that we actually get in this movie, which I can really appreciate. The glaring issue for me, though, is the writing and just how unrealistic things got. Yes, I know looking for realism in an action movie might be asking for too much, but keep in mind how dark and gritty the John Wick series is. there are several points throughout this movie where the assassins are hunting John Wick, and they kill people right in front of a bunch of people. They kill somebody right in front of a crowd of people, and no one reacts. John and the other assassins kill each other right out in the open, and everyone acts like they don't see that dead body that's right in front of them. Also, what is John's body made of? He gets slammed into glass multiple times in this movie. He gets hit by multiple cars, but he gets up like nothing happens, not even a limp. Perhaps the writers were aware of how over the top the violence and the spectacle is, because there's actually a surprising amount of humor sprinkled into the action scenes and the dialogue. There's even this one character who really plays a major role when it comes to, I guess you can call him a major villain or whatever. But even this character has a lot of, there's a lot of funny scenes with this character, this assassin that is hunting John Wick. And as far as the acting goes, I would say that Keanu Reeves does a good job selling the action. I still don't think he's the greatest actor when it comes to just emoting and when it comes to just delivering dialogue and stuff like that, but he does a great job, and you can't take anything away from this guy when it comes to, because I can only imagine how hard it was to shoot all those fight scenes and everything like that. That definitely, I can imagine, takes a lot of effort and takes a lot of patience and stuff. So I'm not gonna sell the man short. Not a big fan of Halle Berry. I've never been a big fan of Halle Berry. I don't know what the big deal is with this actress. A lot of people like her, but I've never thought that she was good. But I thought she was okay in this movie. Her character's dogs are part of some of the best action scenes in this movie. Her dogs were just killing people. They were tearing people up. On the other hand, I thought Laurence Fishburne was a bit too over the top. And there's a character in this movie called the Agitator or the Agitator. And this character is basically a messenger of death, and I mean that kind of literally, because she just goes around telling people that, yeah, you screwed up and you need to get your affairs in order because you about to die, you broke the rules. And this character, I don't know the name of the actress, but I'll say that she's very wooden, she's very robotic. They're just throughout the movie, she just talks with no emotion, and maybe that's intentional. That's probably intentional. I did not like her character, but I think that might have just been intentional because she's really supposed to be kind of a villain. So, as a villain, you're supposed to really hate the villain most of the time. So, I guess she does her job, but I just really didn't like her performance or the character that much. But I guess that was, like I said, I guess that was intentional. But overall, John Wick Chapter 3, I thought that, man, this movie, it will satisfy anyone looking for a good action movie. Just don't go into this movie expecting anything deep. Don't expect this movie to be deep or realistic, because you're going to be disappointed. Overall, I'd give it a 8 out of 10. Like I said, very surprised by this movie, and they definitely set it up to where there's going to be a John Wick Chapter 4. So let me know what you guys think about the John Wick movie, if you guys have seen it. If you guys enjoyed listening to this review, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I thank you guys for watching this video, and have a nice day. I'm out of here. Peace.